Swoosh, swoosh. Howdy, folks, howdy. Listen, happy New Year coming. I hope you had a Merry Christmas yesterday. Everything is incredible, man. I got my boy Mike Ball here on the thing. We were just talking a few minutes ago. It's good to have you guys all this afternoon, this Christmas day after day.
Right,
Yeah.
the after day.
Yeah. No sound until you said swoosh, Papa.
Yep, it's true. I was going to tell you, but then I was like,
We don't have any music right now?
No, we have the music.
Oh, because I was going to start rapping.
Good.
Hey, No, we're not going to do that. Hey, listen.
Why not?
No, we're not. Everybody wants that, but no, hell no. Lose all the people I had. There is no sound on the show. What in the hell?
Just on the intro. Just on the intro.
What's going on? I think I know what that is. Let's look at the audio. No, that's correct.
It was probably because you heard the swoosh at the very last second. It was probably picking up too high, too loud. But if you bring it lower, for some reason, it'll work. It's interesting. But yeah.
Interesting. Let's see.
Yep, there you go. Now we can hear it. Yep.
Did we have it then? We had it then?
Yep.
All right, man.
Fixed it.
I'm Black Dragon, and welcome to Black Dragon Biker TV, the #1 news station in all the world for biker news, that is. Even though somebody said I wasn't as good as Grid Sparta, we're working on it. Hey, thanks for tuning in here. We're going to have a great time, great show, all those sorts of things that we do every day, Monday through Friday. So make sure to tune in with me, Mike Ball, K Wayne in the comments, and of course, Goose. Hey, we're doing the damn thing, so make sure to hang out with us as we do it some more. What do you think?
That was right. See, I was waiting for you to still rap on top of it, but you weren't going to do it.
To the hip, to the hop, to the hippie, to the hippie, to the hip. Oh, no, music's gone.
No, it's still gone.
No, music's gone. Music's gone, Mike. Hey, like, share, and subscribe, friends. We got some great stuff coming up for the new year. Hey, check this out, man. This is really very, very sad, this story. And if we can be of some assistance to the good old folks, I hope that we can. Here we have this new story. Let me put this up, Mike, so you can take over.
Yes, sir.
Entire screen. Okay. Boom. All right. It's no use having a producer if he's not producing. All right, here we go. News Christmas blaze. This news is a Christmas blaze damages the motorcycle clubhouse there in Eaton County. This is a very sad story, my man, because to have this happen on Christmas Day truly sucks. Let's go here to our man here.
It took him a minute.
You're on. Hey, buddy.
That's right, Nate. Home to the Diamondback Motorcycle Club. They've been using the building for years.
Oh, you just lagged really hard. Reset that.
Charity events. But now a lot of that has gone up in smoke.
Reset that, Dragon. You just lagged really bad.
I am lagging. I see it right there. Why? This didn't happen yesterday at all.
I know.
Is it still lagging?
No, you're good now.
Just tell me that they got the call out around.
Let's try it again.
10:45 this morning.
Hey, you're on, buddy. You're on. Hey, you're on.
Go.
Go, man.
And go.
Come on.
Go.
That's right, Nate. The building had been home to the Diamondback Motorcycle Club. They've been using the building for years as both a clubhouse and as a venue to hold charity events. But now a lot of that has gone up in smoke. Fire crews tell me that they got the call out around 10:45 this morning. When our crews got there, the fire had already been extinguished, and we saw club members going through the damage and investigators and building inspectors trying to figure out what happened. But at one point, the fire was big enough that local crews had to be helped out by responders from multiple departments, and area responders are grateful for the help they got.
Reported structure fire, no injuries, no one hurt. Fire's under investigation. Just thank you to Delta Township, Benton Township, Grand Ledge Fire, Eaton Rapids Fire for helping us out.
Nate, Fire officials went on to say that the building is probably not a total loss, but I also spoke with some members of the club that didn't want to go on camera. And they said there's extensive damage inside of the club, and they'll have to start looking for another location. One of them told me that it was a shame that this had to happen to them on Christmas. Back to you.
Facts. That's rough. That's very rough. Interesting, to say the least.
That's pretty rough. And what's up with that reporter whispering and stuff?
Yeah, both, not only the reporter whispering, but even the, like, I don't know if that was the chief that was speaking, or even he was talking under his breath. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
Real soft-spoken guys.
Yeah.
Here we have some pictures from it. Can we see? Is that really small on a phone? This is like the best I think we can do.
Yeah, it is super small. There you go.
There we go. So I forget, most people look at us on a phone. Yep. So this is the Diamondback Motorcycle Club. It's been here forever. Man, I've never lost a club to fire before. That really sucks. There's their model, number 4 and number 2, Diamondbacks. 4-2, isn't that cool?
It's very cool.
And they're in Dimmondale, Michigan, I guess. Man, we're sorry for you guys' loss. Listen, if you guys need some help, GoFundMe or something like that, make sure to let us know over here on Black Dragon Biker TV, and Mike Ball and myself, Kay Wayne, the gatekeeper, and Goose, we'll all get together and try to
make something happen for them.
Make something happen.
Anybody.
Yeah.
Question. So this happened in Michigan, huh? And so so they said the 25th it happened on the actual Christmas, and do they have any idea of anything of why it started?
Okay, so here, of course, when you look on here, thanks for that. The building, he says, okay, so the he that they're talking about here is the fire assistant chief, William Fabajanek, maybe. And he is with the Windsor Township Fire Department. He tells News 6 that they were dispatched to the 7,000 block of Windsor High Christmas morning just after 10:30 a.m.
Damn.
We had a reported structure fire, no injuries, no one hurt. The cause of the fire, of course, as they always say, is under investigation in conjunction with the Michigan State Police. So we don't have a cause of the fire yet. He says his agency received assistance from many of the other agencies around town. And even though they say the building may not be a total loss, the club has said they're going to be trying to find someplace else to be.
Damn.
Yeah. So that.
Damn, that's a big ordeal right there. That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, having a fire is no joke, man.
Yeah, having a fire is no joke. Anyway. Sad for them. Let's go to our next story here. Now, this story comes off Instagram, man.
Oh, wow. An Instagram story, huh?
Yeah, I sent you this earlier. Remember this?
Yes, you did.
So, I mean, this speaks for itself. Hold on. Let's just cut in right here. Boom.
Perdi. Tem não aqui, ó. Aqui, cara, pega.
Okay, so this guy's riding his motorcycle down the highway, and I guess this is in Brazil, and this happens a lot. They have like these whole squads of people that show up with guns and take your
over
motorcycle. They just can you imagine having a gun pulled on you? In my mind, I'm Speed Racer / Evel Knievel.
That's like in the middle of the city right there.
Yeah, and he pulls that gun out and pull a wheelie. Yeah, ride my motorcycle into his gun hand. Yeah, then do a stoppie and spin around like Mission Impossible and knock him off with my back tire. Then back up in the air, drop a foot on the ground, spin back around, and get the other two guys.
If I saw that, oh my God, I would pay to see that.
That's in my mind.
Yeah.
But in reality, I'm just gonna. What's that? Dun, 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 dun. That one you do from The Price is Right. I'm just gonna. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah. What's gonna really happen is, instead of all the You're just gonna get off your motorcycle and watch what all they take from this man. Look at this, Mike Ball.
Oh,
This
man,
is
here we
ridiculous.
go.
Okay, ready? He's about to watch this.
Pega. Aqui, ó. Aqui. Perdi, mano. Não tem.
Oh, they want his wedding ring.
Aqui, cara. Tô tentando. Tira aqui, por favor. Aqui,
That's not enough. The guy's filling his pockets. They're taking everything.
Aqui.
And his motorcycle. You want to kill that, Mike?
Perdi, mano.
Man, I would be pissed.
Mike.
Forget about it.
What the hell is going on with the lawlessness down there?
Forget about that. And it happens a lot down in, especially Brazil. It happens a lot. Like that's a daily occurrence.
Mike Ball, you know, does your 8th degree black belt in karate-ness come out there?
No, it's not going to work. You're against the pistol, man.
I'm not giving you my watch and my wedding ring and my motorcycle.
Yeah, here you go. You know, no problem.
And
take off everything for you.
All those guys ride around in those, what are those shoes called? Tongs?
Yeah, they don't care, man. They'll ride around in flip-flops and shorts and no, they don't care. And you know what's crazy is they ride around over there like in and out of traffic, like you wouldn't believe. And there's a lot of amputations,
right?
There's a lot of amputations that actually happen because of how gnarly they ride. I found that out while I was there too.
Wow.
Definitely interesting.
You went there and brought a whole motorcycle club back too.
Right. Yeah. It was a very, very amazing experience to be able to go and do that, you know, but at the same token, I was protected by all my club down there, you know, so they kept me away from
the
outside public.
The favelas, is that what they call them?
Favelas. Yes, the favelas.
Yeah, I want to go. I hear some pretty cute chicks in the favelas. I want to.
And there's some really rough ones too. Be careful.
I like them like that. I like.
Just look for the women that in the favelas when they have the baby smooth feet. That's when you know. That's when you know.
Yeah, to the favelas we go. Could be dancing. Yeah, we could be dancing.
You know that's amazing.
Yeah, let's look at this again, though. This is pretty. Yep. This is ridiculous. Now, I want you to notice this. Just you're just driving down the road, paying attention to your own business, and this guy comes up from behind him. There's 3 people involved in this thing. So this guy with the pink helmet comes up and slows him down for the guy with the gun to catch up. Man, this is just terrifying. Maybe you ride over to the sidewalk or something at this point. I think he's saying, take it in his language. Take it. You can have it. Look at that. That guy hit him in the chest.
Straight up.
I want to fight right now. No, you don't hit me like that. What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, that's messed up.
In Georgia, everybody's scared. In Georgia, we don't get all of this. Not here. Like, it's not California where you live over there in California. Man, this is a quick way to find yourself dead. Let's go back. Let's see some more. This is ridiculous.
Pega. Aqui. Aqui. Perdi.
Take it all. You want the ring? Take the ring.
Aqui, cara. Tô tentando. Tira aqui, por favor. Aqui, ó.
Look at this guy.
Aqui, tirei. Aqui.
Now look, Mike, he wants to bite the ring to see if it's real.
Yep.
What if it hadn't been real? What if he'd bitten it and it wasn't quite soft enough?
Now that would be hilarious. Crack your tooth on it.
No, he'd have bitten it. It wasn't soft enough. He'd have killed you because you didn't give him a real ring.
True. Imagine that.
This guy is a gold purveyor. Like he knows.
I thought he was just putting it in his mouth to leave, and I was like, "What is he doing that?" But yeah, now that makes sense.
To discover the purity of it.
Yep. See if it's actual gold or something. Yeah.
And there you go.
Perdi. Tem não aqui, ó. Aqui, cara, pega. Aqui, ó. Aqui. Não tem, cara. Isso aqui é negócio. Aqui, cara. Tô tentando. Tira.
My God.
Chaos.
My God.
Aqui, ó.
Damn.
Maybe you're right. He put it in his mouth to keep it.
Yeah, he left it in there.
Isn't that nasty? You
That's
just could
gross.
take
A random
ring off
man's
his nasty
ring.
ass hand and just
He was riding with that just now. That's crazy.
put
You know
it in
that's
your
dirty as
mouth.
hell. That's
Man.
crazy. Forget about it.
You got to be, and you know, I have a channel called Think Tactical, Mike, and we need to start doing the Think Tactical channel.
Yep, I
You know
agree
what?
with that.
I think we need to do a Think Tactical every day.
I'm
Or-
actually down for that.
Yeah, we need to do Think Tactical where we're
That would be really cool, where we could talk about step by step and do the
the
whole.
things that you need to think tactical about.
Yeah,
You know what? The
that's right.
channel's up. I haven't made a post on it in a while.
Let's
Okay.
do it.
We're gonna start doing Think Tactical, and we're gonna have our guests. Yeah, man. It's gonna be. Yeah. Okay, so I said we were gonna do some real news, right?
That's right.
Okay, so I thought I'd pick just a very controversial subject. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I
Controversial.
figured
It
we would
is.
just go controversial. Somebody says, think tactical, stay with the heat and wear your damn vest.
Mhm.
straight with the heat and wear your damn. So this latest story here, this is a real story this is regular story, not the Chuck Norris story. Chuck Norris does look good for 80, but teacher fired for not using a student's chosen pronouns scores a major victory.
No way.
Yeah. Can you be fired for not using a student's pronouns?
You didn't call them a they, them?
You know, this is what's going on.
Yeah, this is getting a little out of hand.
What's going on?
Children shouldn't be able to tell you what pronouns they are.
Children shouldn't be able to get teachers fired.
Yeah, no.
In my day, a teacher would beat your ass in a heartbeat. And
you get the ruler treatment on the hand and stuff.
You'd be thankful that it happened. How can a student get a teacher fired? What's going on? We've given...
This is where I'm kind of worried for the country, to be honest. And where is this article? Like, where did this happen? Like, what state? Because there has to be lenient. It has to be California or something.
Don't be talking about your own state.
Listen, I can talk about my own state. I know. That's right.
Yeah, you're there. I don't know. Maybe it'll say, West Virginia. Okay.
So
a high school French teacher. This ain't even like a regular class. This is French. This is an elective. Is that what they call them? Electives?
Yep. Those are electives.
This is an elective. A high school French teacher, Peter Vlaming, or Vlaming maybe, was fired from his job in West Point, Virginia, after refusing to use a student's chosen pronoun. Or pronouns, rather. Not just one pronoun, but many of the students' pronouns. After a failed lawsuit against the school board, the Virginia Supreme Court overturned the ruling 5 years after the teacher was fired. 5 years. What do they do? They say you can have your job back?
Yeah, now what happens? I just went 5 years with no job.
Now that student is a sophomore in college, making other people use their pronoun.
Yeah, I got every other teacher fired along the way.
Get everybody fired as he goes along. There won't be anyone left to teach the kids.
No, we're going to be screwed.
The subtitle is The Firing. So we're going to learn about the firing. Vlaming was fired in 2018 and filed a lawsuit against the West Point High School board in 2019. Reports say he refused to address a transgender boy with he, him pronouns and avoided using pronouns while talking to the student. Initially, the lawsuit was dismissed, but the Virginia Supreme Court overturned the ruling and reinstated the essential parts of the lawsuit. So, when they say this, a transgender boy, and then he refused to call him he, it throws me off for a minute because I was like, well, why wouldn't they call a boy he? But then I realize it's a transgender boy.
Mm-hmm.
All these titles, and it's just. I mean, I probably would understand it better if it said he refused to tell a girl student who identified as a male student. I think I'd probably understand that better than transgender boy. But I'm 60, so these are.
Well, it's going to be really hard. I mean, you're making the rest of civilization change everything for the 0.1% of the population. It's not fair.
Well,
you know?
I don't know if it's 0.1 or not. I mean, the way it's going, it looks like maybe they're the 80%. Okay, so the next part of this is the dismissed lawsuit. The initial lawsuit was dismissed, saying that Virginia's Constitution seeks to protect diversity of thought, diversity of speech, diversity of religion, and diversity of opinion, and that absent a truly compelling reason for doing so, no government committed to these principles can lawfully coerce its citizens into pledging verbal allegiance to ideological views that violate their sincerely held religious beliefs. The teacher, represented by Alliance Defending Freedom, argued that the school district violated his free speech and free exercise rights under the Virginia Constitution and Virginia's Religious Freedom Restoration Act. So after the Supreme Court of Virginia ruled to reinstate the lawsuit, and basically they're saying that you can't force somebody to. Well, let me read this. I want to make sure we understand what they're saying, because I could be wrong. After the Supreme Court of Virginia ruled to reinstate the lawsuit, the American Civil Liberties Union and the ACLU of Virginia issued a statement saying, in part, every family has the right to know their child will be treated with the same dignity and respect as every other student, and the plaintiff in this case stood in direct opposition to that fundamental principle. It added, public school officials are still bound by federal law to not discriminate against their students, and today's ruling remanding the case back to the lower courts to apply a heightened state constitutional standard did not change that. But Flaming's attorneys said something a little different. His attorney said, with Alliance Defending Freedom, Chris Shandeville praised the ruling, saying the West Point School Board violated the Constitution's command when it tried to force Flaming to endorse the school's ideological viewpoints on gender identity. And the Virginia Supreme Court rightly vindicated Flaming's right to stand by his convictions in its decision. While the ruling did not decide the case's merits, it sufficiently alleged that the board violated the teacher's rights. So This is what he said further. He said the teacher was fired for something he could not say. Shandeville continued, they didn't fire Peter for something he said. They fired him for something he couldn't say. The lawyer confirmed. The Virginia Supreme Court agreed that Peter's case against the school board should proceed. Shandeville also said that the students liked the teacher since he did his best to accommodate their needs and requests. The argument from the teacher's side was that he was not allowed to practice his religions and philosophical beliefs. We get to practice everybody else's, but we don't get to practice mine. Therefore, it is an attack on my First Amendment speech, says he. Flaming also shared that his belief is that no one can change biologically determined sex. That's his belief. That's his religious belief. So because I believe that, I'm not required to call you a boy when you're a girl.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't offended you when my belief in God says that if you were born a man, you are a man. If you're born a boy, you're a boy. If you're born a girl, you're a girl. If that's my belief, how can I lose my job for not calling you what you say you want to be called, even if it's against my beliefs? So when do your beliefs
intrude in mine, override
mine? But also, I didn't call you anything at all. So how did I offend you? When we were having a conversation, it comes down to where I need to call you he or something like that. don't believe in that, maybe if I just don't use sentences that require me to say those words, have I offended you? Have I done it? I'm just not choosing. So instead of saying, hey man, come over here.
Right.
Hey, you come over here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, William, come over here. Hey, hey, student, come over here. Have I now, he, and his argument is, how is that offending you? How is that discriminating against you?
It's crazy that it not only went where the teacher got fired, but then the charge got dropped or whatever, and now it got overturned by the Supreme Court. That's crazy. By the state Supreme Court. That's insane.
So, but it took 5 years. So Vlaming also shared that no one can change biologically determined sex. That's how he feels. West Point school superintendent, however, Laura Abel, said they fired the school board fired the teacher due to his insubordination. Wow. Abel further commented that the alleged discrimination led to a hostile learning environment. So they're firing you because you're insubordinate because of what you didn't say. That's interesting.
I didn't know you could get me for something that I didn't say.
Yeah. In the Navy, when I was in the Navy, when you wanted to say something really shitty to an officer, you'd say, officer, with all due respect, sir. I remember one time I said to my captain, with all due respect, he said, hold up. Let me stop you. Because you can say with all due respect, young bunch, but if out of your mouth comes some disrespectful shit,
it's disrespect. It doesn't matter what you just said.
Bust your behind. So if I were you, please say what you will, but keep it respectful. And I said, I didn't have anything to say, sir. He said, I didn't think so. But, you had to, if I had just not said anything at all, what if the captain said something, I just hadn't said anything at all? Is that disrespectful? Anyway, challenging the case. So they're asking, so they said also that because the student felt that the student was discriminated against, this alleges a discrimination that led to a hostile learning environment. And so they fired him for what he didn't say. So they asked, where do you stand when it comes to this case? Do you think the teacher's First Amendment rights were violated? Or was he dismissing the student's wishes and therefore discriminating against the student, considering he knew the student was declaring himself? This is interesting, declaring himself a male. Even these folks have it, declaring herself. How can you declare himself a male? It doesn't even make sense in English. This is not English.
Right.
You can't declaring himself a male. You can't declare yourself something you already are. This is nonsensical in the way that English language is written. She was declaring herself a male. Is proper intelligent English like we learned it in school. And I'm not. Am I being?
No, you're dead on. You're dead on.
I'm not being dismissive or anything like that. This is not English. This is a newspaper. This is not English. He declared himself a male. That's
that nomenclature, the verbiage. It's hilarious.
My editor would know the rules of English on this. Are we? Is this the nonsense we're teaching our kids in school? Are they going to be able to write later?
No,
they don't write anyway. They don't even write cursive.
No. They most of them don't even get taught that anymore. I had to teach my little one that.
So he doesn't.
Crazy.
He doesn't. He didn't win the case. He just got the case not thrown out. Here's another story that was part of this. This is not part of the story, but this was a video that seems like that was in Virginia. This is in Florida. Check this out.
Three full teachers are challenging a controversial law that restricts the use of pronouns in schools.
A Hillsborough County teacher is among the trio suing the state. And Fox 13's Matt McClellan following the story for us. So Matt, bring us up to speed.
Jen, good morning. This lawsuit filed Wednesday in Tallahassee, and as Walter mentioned, it does involve one of our local teachers. Her name is Katie Wood. She teaches math at Leonard High School in Ruskin and says that under these new rules enacted back in August, she is no longer allowed to use her preferred female pronouns and instead would have to use a title like Mr. or teacher or coach. What's more, the lawsuit alleges that she's forbidden from correcting anybody who, against her wishes, refers to her as Mr. or he or him. She and two other teachers, all trans or non-binary, represented by the Southern Poverty Law Center on this. They're suing the Florida Department of Education along with their school boards, including Hillsborough County. They want to overturn the law that bans employees from using pronouns in school that are different from their sex assigned at birth. The plaintiffs argue that the law amounts to sex discrimination and that it violates their constitutional rights, putting them at risk for being who they are. It's an argument echoed by some parents and students over the summer before this law took effect.
These policies and laws are chipping away at that safe feeling and putting my children at risk.
So denying pronouns and eliciting fear, making everyone afraid, is not going to give you more straight cisgender kids. It is going to give you more dead queer kids.
Supporters, on the other hand, they view the legislation as a victory in a war against perceived indoctrination in schools. But the complaint alleges the current law has stigmatized trans and non-binary teachers, that it's threatened their psychological well-being and upended the respect that is owed to them as educators, Jen. Now, the case now sits with Judge Mark Walker, who was appointed by former President Barack Obama. And this judge has heard several significant challenges to policies pushed by the DeSantis administration, Jen.
All right, Matt McClellan reporting for us this morning. Thank you.
Crazy.
Yeah. So, man, when I look at all those kids sitting in, they are innocent. All they are is receptors.
Right.
They're sitting there as, hair follicles or something, or phalanges, or these things that float in the ocean, and all they get is what comes by. All they get is they're receptors, and they're pulling down the stuff that parents and administrators stuff are allowing. So now, so you have a teacher that comes to school. I'm so glad we didn't have these issues. Now, does that mean that, they make it sound like since we didn't deal with those issues, then there was a lot of people that felt horrible, and I hate that. But so you're telling me that a teacher who wishes to be called Mr. McCullough, and so the teacher is suing because I'm not able to correct you if you call me Miss McCullough, because I look and sound and I'm a woman that people can see.
This is how you perceive me. So
you just perceive me wrong, and so crazy. I now can punish you or correct you for not calling me what I wish to be called. And it's so anti-motorcycle club, because motorcycle clubs are supposed to be about the we. And I just think what we're teaching now, everything we're learning now, there's no more we, no more society. There's only I.
Right.
How I feel, you're not making me feel how I should feel. We've gotten away from worker bee.
I'm looking at the big picture. Looking at the big picture of things.
Huh?
Looking at the big picture of things is major, and like I said, a super small percentage is forcing the rest of society to abide by something as crazy as this. Like, you're going to allow words of he, she kind of ordeal to hurt you. That's crazy. We're not raising human beings at this point. It's crazy.
Here's my thing. Do I get to now start identifying as a white man?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay?
You perceive yourself this way, and it doesn't matter.
I've been called Uncle Tom and things in my life. Maybe I get to now just go ahead and be one. The comedy that Dave Chappelle used to do, where he was that blind guy who thought he was white.
Yep, very right.
When comedy and stuff starts parodying reality, or
that's
maybe
when
is a foretelling of a reality, does does it work for everything? Does a poor guy get to now identify as rich?
Mm-hmm.
And walk in the bank and say, do not tell me that my pronoun doesn't have $52,000 in this account right now. I want my pronoun used and hand me my 52K.
Yeah.
And what you're doing right now is violating my, I mean, it gets.
You're violating my First Amendment right at this point. Hand me my money.
Like a millionaire. And I like it because, you know, I want to own the Los Angeles Lakers. I want to be identified as the owner.
That's right. I own this and I identify it. So,
but I'm making a joke. But let me ask you this: for my generation, we were a lot harder on folks that were different. Your generation seems really not to care. So you know,
embrace it almost.
There's 40 years between us. What is it? What's it like for you, Mike? You don't care? You don't care what people call themselves?
I definitely care. But the thing is like, of course, I'm not going to care about anything that doesn't relate to me directly, you know, I'm just being honest. But for me, in my generation, I obviously don't think probably the exact same way as the rest of my generation does. But I kind of think old school. And to me, this is absurd. Like worrying about words. I mean, we shouldn't, you know, you can curse out anybody all day long, and that's not, you know, against the First Amendment right. But saying he, she wrong is now, you know, something that could go all the way to the Supreme Court and get fired for. Come on, dude. That's crazy. This is kind of ridiculous. I mean, I understand why people are sensitive to the topic, and yes, everyone's human and all this stuff, but at the same token, we're doing so much movement for such a little amount of people that are, unfortunately, they get hurt by words. I don't know what else to say. I mean, you allow words to hurt you. That's what you do, is you're allowing them to hurt you. That's the problem.
It's and we see it. Somebody said, I wonder, you know, the question is, when does this how long till this comes to the motorcycle community? But I see it every day in the motorcycle community. These kids who will not fight with their fist, who show up they show up in their 1%er garb over at the party with 99%ers. Like, why are you even over here? And then they want to regulate and fight and all this kind of stuff because somebody hurt their feelings or somebody got the girl. So, you know, we're seeing it. We're seeing a lot of these feeling-filled babies that cannot handle the door being shut on them. They just can't handle it. Or they can't handle a little rain on their day.
Right.
And they are acting out because of it. And yeah, we are absolutely seeing that right now in everything that we do.
Facts. So, no, it's too bad. You know, to me, I wish we grew a little bit more thick skin, you know, in my generation and the generation below me. It seems like everything has been like cushy for everyone. We'll abide by whatever you feel, right? And so a lot of these people haven't heard the hard realities or the hard truths or some things that may hurt them. You know, the truth is words are words, man. And I get told some crazy things all the time, but those are words. And I mean, is that impeding on my First Amendment? No. You know what I mean? Me telling you to stop essentially is telling you to, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. To me, I just don't care. But I'm not going to take anything personal from anyone I'm not personal with anyways. So that's the thing, is people don't know how to like handle these situations. It's sad.
So I would say, for how this relates to motorcycle clubs, is it's just very simple. It's not about you all the time, man. And so someone doesn't like your pronoun or doesn't recognize or doesn't call you El Jefe or doesn't call you Mr. President or something like that, whatever you feel like you should be called. The thing about it is, if someone is not trying to personally disrespect you, then save it for another time. Hey, Rebecca out there in Canada, good to see you. So anyway, our first shot at some real news.
Yeah, no, it's definitely interesting and controversial. I mean, everyone in the chat and the comment section is probably going to love this. So, absolutely
interesting, huh?
Yes, to say the least.
All right, man. So that's it for today.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Tonight is bike night at the Dragon's Lair, but I don't think anybody's coming over. Like, I haven't heard any motorcycles out there at all.
Well, shoot, man. I mean, it's still there, so we're gonna let people know.
Black Dragons Bike Night at the Dragon's Lair, 3393 Launchville Highway, Tucker, Georgia, 30084, Building 2, down the hill behind the furniture store, across from the public store. One way in, one way out. So come down on your best behavior. And somebody asked, are you two planning on making this a regular daily podcast? Absolutely, Jason. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's why we're here.
That's why we're here. Yeah,
That's
so
right.
we hope you like it. Do not discipline your child. It will be as if you murdered him when he becomes a man.
Yeah, for real. That's the thing, Peter, is that's also another thing is the parenting. And I think that comes down into my generation, right? Is the parenting has been like, oh, no, you can do that. She's allowed to, like, everything is okay. And there's no discipline whatsoever. I know for your generation, BD, you guys couldn't get away with anything. You guys couldn't get away with anything.
And everybody could beat us. My mom would take me to school and say, if he shows his ass, beat it. When he gets home,
that doesn't happen anymore. Trust me, that would be a major lawsuit.
Neighbors on the way home could beat your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Your neighbor would beat your ass and then take you home, drag you by the collar and say, I beat his ass. When mom answered the door, it wasn't even like, oh, you've got my son. You're choking him. Oh, my God, you monster. My mom would be like,
keep choking him.
Nope. She'd be like this. She'd open the door, see me cuffed up, and say, what did he do?
Yep. It was serious.
What did he do? You know, it was ridiculous.
There's a reason why this is happening.
What did he do?
Another use case.
And you'd be like, I would tell my teacher, just beat me. Please beat me.
Just do it so I don't have to hear it from home.
And do not tell my mom, we can work this out right now. You beat me. Take me and I'll take my swats, beat me, and then let's just keep this away from my teachers even knew, hey, buddy, you don't want us to tell your mother.
That's always something they hold above your head. Man, just don't bring it home.
Except for Mr. Marriott.
Oh,
Mr. Marriott we thought he was gay because he was soft. So Mr. Marriott was the quote unquote gay teacher that we thought was a gay teacher just because he taught drama. Back when school still had drama.
Yep.
He taught the drama class and he was a little soft, and so he wasn't like the coaches and stuff. So one day, me, Garland Davis, and another guy, this big old white guy, because I grew up in Oklahoma, so it was all these farmers and stuff. So this big old farming kid, big white dude, wrestler. We all got in trouble. We were grab-assing in Mr. Marriott's class. Even Marriott, he had a funny last name, Mr. Marriott. Mr. Marriott, he was so nice, he finally got tired. And he took us out into the hallway, and you had to have a witness. So they went and got the wrestling coach. The wrestling coach comes all down like, Mr. Marriott's gonna paddle someone. Hey man, Mr. Marriott bent the white dude over first, and you had to put your hands back here to protect your nuts, right?
Damn.
Mr. Marriott reached up to China. This guy reached up to the heavenly celestial stars and almost jumped in the air as he came down. Whack! And I saw the big farm kid stand straight up, and the tears exploded out of his big ass. He didn't cry. It
just came out.
It exploded like sweat off of his head, like when a boxer hits a guy. They just
damn.
And I looked at, and even the coach said, when I saw the coach was huge. When I saw the coach exclaim, like, oh my God, what the hell happened to Mr. Marriott?
This Marriott character has held a lot in, obviously.
Listen, he was taking it off. So Mr. Marriott then looked at me and said, it's your I was like, no, I'll take the suspension, bro. I'm going home for 3 days. There ain't no way in hell you're going to hit me.
Right.
And Garland Davis looked at me and said, no, bro, no, Mr. Marriott, hell no. No, you're not fixing to break me in half. And look, they called my mom. And my mom said, beat his ass.
Yep.
What was wrong, Mr. Marriott? Mr. Marriott allowed my son to say no to an ass whooping? Beat him.
Handle that ass. Yep.
And so I was like, I'm not fixing to take no swats from Mr. Marriott. God in heaven, no. I'm not doing it. I don't care what you do. I don't care if my mom comes here and shoots me herself. You're not hitting me with that.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a compromise. So the principal paddled us instead of Mr. Marriott with his weak ass, his weak paddle, and we almost laughed at that. But let me tell you, we never gave Mr. Marriott any trouble ever again. Never. Mr. Marriott, all he had to do was look across the classroom. Cats got straight. This went on for the whole school. Nobody messed with Mr. Marriott.
That's right. You allow people to treat you the way that you allow people to treat you. You know?
What happened to that? What happened to those days where
you get
Mr. Marriott and them and Coach Gibson and those folks could
everyone got sue happy. That's what happened. Emotions got involved, and then they brought the court involved too, and now it's a whole legal thing.
Beat the living hell out of you. The living hell out of you. And the man down the street who had the crab apples, would always get in his crab apple tree. He could shoot you with a with his BB gun, and mom would kill you. Yeah, can you imagine your kid coming home shot with BB holes in him? It'd be World War III.
And then it would be you getting in trouble. Yep.
Yeah. Hey, listen, one day we decided we weren't taking it anymore. We wanted them crab apples. We all got BB guns for Christmas, right? So we surrounded this guy's house and we're shooting BBs at him, hitting him, and he's shooting back. He was so childish, this man.
Wow.
But we're killing each other with BB guns. And this grown man, I'm surprised we all have our eyes. This grown man shooting at us and shooting these kids, these 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds with BB guns. Yeah.
What's wrong with dude?
Dude was not, he didn't want his apples gone. His crab apples, come on, stop it.
No social maturity there.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Now imagine a parent doing that now. It'd be.
No, if someone were doing that to my kid, I'd lose it on them. Even
I wouldn't. I'd be like, hey,
no, you ain't shooting my 6, 7,
what were you doing over
there?
You're trying to get his apples out the tree. He needs to shoot you again. Dude, I'm hard, man. My mom was like, did I raise? I don't recognize you. You've sullied the family name. What is sullied mean?
But I got 2 daughters though, so that's the difference.
Yeah.
That's the difference, I guess. If it's a boy, then maybe, you know what I mean? But like, you're gonna do that to my daughter, I'm a fuck
you don't know the trouble
sorry.
I brought to the house. You don't know the trouble that I brought to the house.
Oh, I'm sure that you brought plenty of it. You and my dad are very similar in that aspect. Yep, he did the same thing, and you did the same thing.
Oh, so Rebecca says it reminds her of stories of the nuns. Yeah, my nun, I went to parochial school. Sister Mary Ann Teresa.
Wouldn't they get you guys with rulers all the time?
Yeah,
and
she
stuff?
beat the hell out of the Black Dragon, the hell out of me, man.
Mm-hmm.
I was 5 years old. This lady would come by and grab my ears and twist them around. I'm surprised I don't have cauliflower ear.
For real.
And she would twist my ears around and then beat the hell out of me on the back of my hands with their paddles. And only the priest would save me. Father John.
Forget about it.
Yeah. Oh, man. We used to have to go sing on Fridays and stuff. And it was a beautiful parochial school. Was tough, bro. I don't know what it's like now. Sister Mary Ann Teresa, we got to get up, say the Pledge of Allegiance, and then the Lord's Prayer, and then, good morning, Sister Mary Ann Teresa. I remember to this day. I used to say Mary Aunt Teresa because I didn't know it was Mary Ann. Yeah, Mary Aunt Teresa, and she beat the hell out of me for that. Yes!
You didn't get my name right.
Yeah. My pronoun.
My pronoun.
You didn't get my pronoun right.
So now I'm going to beat you.
I'm going to beat you.
and didn't lose the job.
No.
Didn't go to Supreme Court.
No.
So,
she just beat your ass.
She just beat you, and that's it. Damn.
Sister Mary Ann Teresa, God rest her. She can't be alive. She was old as hell back then. Maybe she's like Mother Teresa, still around. I was second grade. So what? I was 8 then. That was.
And how old do you think?
Years ago.
How old do you think she was, though?
Well, as a kid, everybody's old. She could only been 35.
Yep. It's true.
That would make her just 85 now, 80 something. She could still be here.
You should go find her.
You were evil, Sister Mary Ann Teresa. You were evil.
Yep.
She felt nightmares about her. Yeah. Hey, but Straight Jacket said, but y'all didn't have school shooters back then. No, you better not mess around in no school.
The most dangerous person on the planet is a man that cannot control his emotions. That is where you get your school shooters from. We don't teach our kids how to handle and process when things get rough and tough. And that's the hardest part about this. And that's what I was getting at about the parenting of allowing them to, I don't know, you're not teaching them that, hey, words only mean this, and you are allowing them to hurt you if you let them hurt you. So it seems like it's gone a little too. It went from one radical to the next, right? And it jumped all the way on the other side. And now people can get sued and fired for and all of that crap when it should be just normal. Crazy,
wow. Man. Anyway, let's hope for better in these schools, because we really got these children facing a lot, making a whole lot of grown-up decisions. I wish they wouldn't have to even worry about.
That's right.
The discipline and stuff. I mean, a lot of stuff has kind of gone to.
Well, I mean, that's exactly why I pulled my daughter out of, the normal public school, and now she goes to a charter school. I didn't want that for her.
Yes, and you're silently rich, and none of us know it. So
I wish.
Schools be costing a lot, my bro, a lot.
Stop the cap.
I'm not rich, but yes, they do. They make you pay for every little thing too. Trust me.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. Well,
anytime that they're doing a class, road trip, it used to be where, obviously the school pays for it and all that. Well, that's a public school, not charter school. You're paying for everything and you got to be there and you can't miss it. Like, it's very strict. It's like mandatories. Sucks.
Oh my goodness, man. Well, hey, that's growing up in school in Oklahoma City in the 70s. That was Mayfield Junior High. Really cool school. I don't even know if it's even still around, but it was brand new. They built that school brand new for us. It was a brand new school. But I tell you what, it was hell there, man. It was. Well, for student. I mean, you were gonna do what you're supposed to do, and there was no getting the teacher fired.
Right.
Yeah, if they beat you, they beat you, man. But I learned so much. Like one time, I got a spanking from the Spanish teacher, and to this day, I can still speak enough Spanish to get a date and order some food and get around town, and that's really important. And the Spanish teacher spanked me and then gave me a handkerchief, and that was how I learned that men carried handkerchiefs.
Wow.
Yeah, I blew a big booger in it, and I didn't know how to give it back to him, and he took it, and that's how I learned how you fold a handkerchief after somebody blows a booger in it.
Well, look, you actually learned something out of it, though.
School, man. School is school. You got to have school.
Yep.
Yeah.
Staying in school, kids.
Hey, my newest book is out on the street in just a few days. The Social Club's Bible. The Social Club's Bible. We want you guys to get it. If you're in a social club, you're going to really love this Bible. And you will see us back again tomorrow. We're going to start doing our Think Tactical, man. We're going to have some fun on this stuff, man. So hang with us to the new year. This is 7 years in. The channel's doing great. I want to thank you so much to all of my new subscribers, over 70,000 of you in the last month and a half or so. We're now at 144,000 subscribers. and we're getting about 1,000 new subscribers a day. This is crazy. Look at this, about 1,000 new subscribers a day. This is absolutely bigger than I ever thought. Our daily average is 1.3 thousand subscribers and about a little bit more than 500,000 views a day. So
no big deal.
No big deal. No big
deal. It's nothing to mention anyways. It's not, we wouldn't mention it, next time.
Anyway, thank you guys. Thanks for tuning in. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. Make sure to get Mike Ball on Insane Wheels, his YouTube channel. We're trying to get him up and get his numbers up. So Insane Wheels, make sure to get over there and check him out. He's got his own shows. He's also doing a show with
Hollywood and Archbishop
1%er called The Diamond Effect. And he's also got, he does a show with Hollywood. He helps produce everybody's show. And he's been doing this streaming stuff for 15 years, longer than I've even been on the show. So we appreciate all that, man. Appreciate you. And we got K Wayne, the gatekeeper, in the comment section doing the moderating. And we also have Goose in the comment section. And I also want to say love and respect to the executive producer, Merlin. So, hey, man, I got a team. We all need a team.
That's right. Can't do it by yourself.
Dream work, man. Teamwork makes the dream work. And in the motorcycle club, think more about we than I, and find a way to treat someone you should treat like a club brother or sister, and all the people around you like individual pieces of irreplaceable solid gold. Thanks for tuning in and get skinny. Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book.
Get Black Dragon's first book, The Prospect's Bible, to learn how to join a motorcycle club. It has been an Amazon #1 bestseller for the past 7 years and is required reading for over 3,000 motorcycle clubs worldwide. This book is a must-have for new people venturing onto the motorcycle club set. It will teach you how to prepare yourself for service to the motorcycle club nation and show you how to qualify a motorcycle club to be worthy of your service. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and for order at your local bookstore. Get your autographed copy at blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club prospect you can be. Get the book.